Good evening, I'm Morris Jones. Tonight, a new chapter in the shutdown showdown. We are 1 week away from a deadline that could impact all of us. The biggest player emerging on the stage today and into the evening is Texas Republican Senator Ted Cruz, who's on a crusade against Obamacare. He's been speaking since before 3 o'clock this afternoon, and he promises to keep talking until he can't stand anymore. These are live pictures from the Senate floor where the speech continues. In his tirade, the senator is calling out fellow lawmakers.
On cloture. Something about Washington, D.C. I don't know if it's the water, something in the air, the cherry blossoms, but people get here and they stop listening to the American people.
And the American people are still caught in the crosshairs of this debate. With more on how a shutdown could affect us, we turn to Jenny Doran. Jenny?
Well, Morris, a week from today, the federal government runs out of money unless Congress can compromise. Right now, it's not looking good, meaning hundreds of thousands of federal workers could lose their paychecks. An economic crisis is closing in on Capitol Hill.
This is totally irresponsible, completely juvenile, and as I've called it, legislative arson.
The fiscal fight in Congress has many families bracing for the worst.
It would be catastrophic.
The American people are frustrated because their elected officials don't listen.
With just days to go until a government shutdown, 800,000 federal workers are left in limbo.
I don't want this uncertainty, and I don't want to always have the target on me as a federal employee as the one who gets caught in the middle of all these indecisions.
Colleen Kelly says that's how many government employees feel these days. She's the president of the National Treasury Employees Union and says this budget battle is becoming unbearable.
For those who are told to stay home, they will not be paid until this is over, and even then it will take an act of Congress to pay them for those days they missed.
Kelly is fighting on their behalf, but admits there's only so much she can do.
If this comes down to the last minute, as the past couple have, they will leave work on Monday not knowing whether or not they should report to work on Tuesday and not knowing whether or not they will be paid.
It's a 1-2 punch. Many of the workers have already felt their wallets shrink from furloughs brought on by the sequester.
Most of them are middle-class Americans. They're trying to get by paycheck to paycheck. They are not happy that they would be forced to stay home, knowing there is so much work that needs to be done for the American public.
Only federal workers deemed essential can continue working during a shutdown. We're talking the military, border control agents, air traffic controllers, and the FBI, to name a few. The last time the government shut down was in the winter of 1995. The 3-week shutdown, which is the longest in U.S. history, stretched into the start of 1996. Morris?